G'day, guys, and welcome back to the Great Rugby League podcast. I am your host, as always, Ados. How are you all today? Now, listen, if it sounds like I'm speaking with a lisp, that's because I am, because I've got two bloody ulcers on my tongue, and it's hard to talk. So, I apologise that this one probably won't sound as good as the others. Even if the others sounded like shit, this one is going to sound even worse. So I apologise in advance, but let's jump straight in and talk some footy. Starting things off, we had Manly and Parramatta last Thursday night. Manly got the win with 2 tries to Turbo, 2 to Garrick and Parker scoring 1 each. For the Eels, Gutherson and Sivo scored 2 tries. Matt Dory and Josh Hodgson with the other. Now, if Moses could kick straight, Eels win this game. He missed 3 goals at 6 points. Eels would have won. But some standout players in this one. Obviously, Turbo was up there. Ruben Garrick was very good as well. And Olakawatu definitely not bad either. For Parramatta, I thought Sivo wasn't too bad. Gutherson was good. Pensini was good. Josh Hodgson, very good. And Junior Barlow was quite good as well. So, good win for Manly. Undefeated so far until this weekend. So, good stuff for them. Next up, Dolphins beat the Knights 36 points to 20. Hat trick to Tessie New. 2 tries to Jermaine Osako in the last 5 minutes. Hamiso Tabuai Fido and Cody Nikarima all scoring tries. For the Knights, Tyson Gamble got the first and Lockie Miller got the next two. All right, we look at the players who stood out for me. So Lockie Miller, outstanding. Lockie Fitzgibbon was very good as well. I thought Matt Croker off the bench, good stuff from those players. For the Dolphins, Tessie New and Jermaine Osako scoring 3 tries and 2 tries respectively. I thought Tom Gilbert was very good as well. So they're my standouts for the Dolphins. For the Roosters and Rabbitohs games, Jackson Barlow scored 2 tries. Daniel Tupou and Brendan Smith with one. For the Rabbitohs, Keon Koloamatangi with a try. Alex Johnston and Isaac Thompson all scoring tries. So very entertaining game of football. Roosters scored 4 tries. Rabbitohs scored 3. Rabbitohs defense was better. Roosters offense was better. Roosters completed better. That's why they won. Huge game from Jackson Barlow. He was outstanding. Oh, Victor Radley was very good, as was Nat Butcher. For the Rabbitohs, I thought Keon Koloamatangi was outstanding. Cameron Murray was very good, as was Campbell Graham. So, on to the first of the Saturday games, and we saw a try scoring feast. Titans scored with Alofiana Khan Pereira, scored 2. Aaron Shop scored 2. Brian Kelly and Vuna, both with 1 try each. Pizzette, Sims, Hughes, and Coates all scoring for the Storm, with Nick Meaney getting a double. So, standouts for the Titans, I thought David Fafita wasn't too bad, but my big ones were Aaron Shop and Alofiana Khan Pereira, both very good. For the Storm, Nick Meaney was outstanding, as was Harry Grant and Elisa Katoa. So not bad there. Shout out to the Titans for a good win. All right, Cowboys and Warriors. Cowboys 12, Warriors 26. Good win for the Warriors. Tom Chester and Reece Robson scoring the Cowboys' first 2 tries. That was it for them. Wade Egan, Marcelo Montoya, Jazz Tavanga, Edward Cussy, and Marcelo Montoya. So he got a double, all scoring for the Warriors. Cowboys outstanding players. Reece Robson was great. I thought Jason Tamalolo instance was very good as well. One player that definitely needs a bit of a kick up the ass is Kyle Felt. I thought in a losing team, Valentine Holmes was good as well. For the Warriors, Tane Tuipika or Picky was outstanding. Marcelo Montoya was very good. Wade Egan in 67 minutes was brilliant, and off the bench, Jazz Tavanga was very good as well. Broncos and Dragons. Broncos got a good win, but 4 of their tries came in the last 10 minutes. So Stags got a double, Cobbo got 1, Pakes got 1, Mam got 1, and Reece Walsh got 2. For the Dragons, Fionney, Sloan, and Sullivan all scoring tries. Standouts for the Broncos, Reynolds was outstanding, Haas was very good, Stags and Walsh. And for the Dragons, I thought Jaden Sewer, Jack Bird, and Tyrell Sloan were very good. Other than that, not many to really talk about. First of the Sunday games, we've got the Bulldogs and the Tigers. Doggies got up with a double to Josh Adokar. Hayes Perham and Matt Burton both scored as well. Brent Naden, Luke Brooks, Polle, and Charlie Staines all scoring for the Tigers. Now the Bulldogs, outstanding players. Paul Alamotti, Matt Burton, Viliami Kickout, and Jacob Preston. For the Tigers, Brent Naden, Stefano Utuikamanu, and I gave the last one to Fonua Bole. So good game there for some of those Tigers. Raiders and Sharks. Raiders got it done at home with a good win. Tries came from Albert Hopewate. Corey Horsburgh scored a double, and Tomoko scored 1. Will Kennedy, Ronaldo Mulatalo, Jesse Ramian, and Britton Nakora all scoring tries. Standouts for me for the Raiders, Tomoko was outstanding. Fogarty was very good, as was Hudson Young. You've got to give a shout out to Corey Horsburgh, though, who scored a double off the bench. Outstanding stuff. For the Sharks, I've got Britton Nakora having a good game, Teague Wilton, and Toby Rudolph. Let me know who you guys had for your outstanding players of the round. We now move on to round 4. Let's talk about this round coming up this weekend. Starting with the Eels against the Panthers. So for the Panthers, only one real change. Lindsay Smith out, Scott Sorensen onto the bench. For the Eels, we've got, I apologise about the bloody ding there, we've got Ryan Madison returning in the second row, which means Matt Dory comes onto the bench. Who drops out? Jaira Momasia drops out, and Brendan Hands is on the bench. So nothing crazy for the Panthers. Lindsay Smith is out, and Scott Sorensen is in. I think Panthers get the job done there, 1-12. Eels. I can't tip them. I can't. For the Storm, massive in. Cameron Munster returns. Jordan Grant is out. Other than that, not too many changes there for Melbourne. For the Tigers, a lot of changes here. So, Adam Douay is at fullback. Brandon Wakeham comes into the 5'8" role with Luke Brooks at number 7. Dane Laurie moves to the bench. So, some big changes there. Charlie Staines on the wing replacing David Nofaluma. I think Storm win that one 13+. All right, for the Dolphins, no changes to their 1 through to 17. They've kept everything pretty much the same there. For the Broncos, again, no changes. They're 1 through to 17, same as they were last week. I think Broncos get the job done there. Next up, we've got the Cowboys against the Titans. Reece Robson is out, so that sucks. Coming in for Reece Robson is James Tamau returning to the bench, and Griffin Neem comes on in the number 10 jersey. I've got Titans winning that one actually. For the Rabbitohs and Seagulls, a lot of changes for Souths. Their forward pack is depleted. Hame Saleh, Shaq Mitchell, and Tavita Totola all out, with Daniel Soluka Fafita, Jacob Host, and who else is moving on to the bench? Jed Cartwright. So Michael Cheekham comes off the starting lineup, and Jacob Host moves on. No changes to the Seagulls, so I expect them to be ready to go. All right. I think Rabbitohs win that 1-12. Next up, we've got the Warriors and the Bulldogs. So, what do we got to talk about here? Wade Egan and Mitch Barnett are out. Jackson Ford returns with Freddie Lussick. So, other than that, no real changes. Oh, sorry, Chance returns at fullback as well. So, that drops Tua Picky onto the bench. Josh Curran also returns in the reserves. For the Bulldogs, no changes. They're 1 through to 17, same team that beat the who they beat, the Tigers. Next up, Knights and the Raiders. A few changes for both. Dominic Young, Oren Keeley, and Ryan Rivett are out. Greg Marzu comes into the squad, as does Jack Johns and Hetherington. Is it? No. Kurt Mann returns as well. So there you go. And for the Raiders, the only change is Zach Wolford starts. Tom Starling stays on the bench. Expect a big game from Starling. He was outstanding on the weekend as well. No changes to the Dragons. However, Nico Hines returns for the Sharks. Apologies, Toby Couchman does come back through the bench there. So Michael Mollo will drop out. So, yeah, entertaining weekend of footy we've got ahead of ourselves. I can't wait to go to the dentist so he can fix my teeth. So hopefully he can do something about this bloody lisp, because these ulcers are killing me. So it is a little bit shorter than it normally would be, guys. Thank you so much for tuning in. To the 6 or 7 people that watch this, I appreciate you guys. And stay tuned, because there is going to be a little bit of a change up to the podcast soon. So it won't be just a review. We probably won't do much of a review anymore. It'll be more of a talking point each week. So whether that be a player or something going on in the league, we'll be talking about that. That'll probably be the change coming up soon. So stay tuned for that. But as always, my friends, thank you so much, and I'll see you in the next one. Thanks, guys.